Deep in a lush green forest, a large troop of monkeys lived a happy, carefree life. The trees were always heavy with sweet, juicy fruit, so no one ever went hungry. They spent their days swinging through the branches, playing and feasting. One sunny morning, a scientist named Dr. Robert Hayes arrived with his teenage daughter, Sophie, for a research trip. They pitched their tent in a small clearing. While her father headed deep into the jungle to collect plant samples, Sophie stayed behind to make their camp feel like home. She laid out a bright rug, arranged the sleeping bags neatly, and hung a glowing lantern from the center pole. Right underneath it, on a little folding table, she placed a beautiful bowl filled with large, shiny red apples. They looked so real, perfectly round, glossy, and tempting, that you'd swear they'd just been picked from a tree. High up in the branches, the monkeys stared down with wide, hungry eyes. To them, those apples looked like the most delicious things they had ever seen. A little later, Sophie stepped outside the tent to sweep away some leaves. In that split second, the boldest young monkey in the troop swung down, snatched one of the shiny apples, and raced back up into the trees. Sophie spun around and shouted, scaring the whole group into a frantic escape. After running for a long time and making sure they weren't being followed, the monkeys finally stopped. The thief proudly held up the gleaming apple for everyone to see. The others gathered around in awe and envy. "What a prize!" they chattered. They begged for a chance to hold it and admire it up close, but the thief monkey scolded them away. Feeling special for the first time in his life, he climbed to the highest branch of the tallest tree and sat there alone, clutching his treasure. He brought the apple to his mouth and bit down hard. It was made of solid plastic. Ugh! Pain shot through his teeth. He tried again and again, but each bite hurt worse. Still, he refused to let it go. He spent the entire day up there, hungry and frustrated. The next morning he climbed down. The rest of the troop looked at him with new respect because he still carried that beautiful, shiny apple. Feeling important, he gripped it even tighter. While the other monkeys swung freely from tree to tree, picking real fruit and eating until they were full, the thief could no longer climb properly. One hand was always busy holding his precious prize. He stayed on the ground, growing weaker and hungrier with every passing day. The others still showed him respect for owning something they didn't have, but none of them offered him any real food. Weeks went by. The monkey became so weak he could barely move. Juicy fruit hung all around him, but he no longer had the strength to reach it. With his last bit of energy, he tried one final time to bite the plastic apple. Ugh! The pain returned, sharper than ever. Slowly, his eyes closed forever. The moment life left him, his grip loosened, and the shiny fake apple rolled out of his hand, bouncing across the forest floor. That evening, when the rest of the troop returned, they gathered sadly around their fallen friend. They shed a few tears, covered his body gently with leaves, and turned to leave. Just then, one of the monkeys spotted the glossy red apple lying on the ground. He picked it up, raised it high for everyone to see, and began showing it off with pride. The same story was about to begin all over again. This world is exactly like that fake plastic apple. It looks beautiful. It looks valuable. It looks like something worth chasing and holding on to forever. People spend their whole lives running after it, showing it off, sacrificing their peace, their health, their real relationships, and their happiness just to own it a little longer. But in the end, it gives nothing back. The one who holds it the tightest eventually dies tired, hungry, and empty-handed, while someone else immediately picks it up and continues the same foolish chase. Don't waste your life on fake apples.